Operation status quo. Operation status quo. Prepare to engage. Operation status quo. Ready to engage. Operation status quo. Engaged. Engaged. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Operation Status Quo here on another beautiful Wednesday. Wednesday. Da, 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 da. It's the day after Tuesday. Da, 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 da. It's the day before Thursday. Da, 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 da. That's why they call it Tuesday. La, 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 la. All right. Hey-o. Have we gone insane enough yet to get the show started? It feels good. That's how I like to get things. If I can get into it like that, I know that we're doing pretty well right off the bat, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I am pete.palma. I am your user-friendly host. This, of course, is Operation Status Quo, the place where we observe the status quo of life. We learn to flow with the status quo of life, and most importantly, we create our own flow of quo, because that's the only way to go. So as you know, what are you doing out there today, right now, this very moment, to create your own flow of quo? Because if you're not living your flow of quo, you're living someone else's flow, and especially during Christmas, that is a no-no. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. All right, good. So Christmas Eve, how you guys feeling out there? I'm feeling a little peppy. Can you tell? I'm feeling nice. Actually, I had a really great first part of my day here. If you're interested, I'll just share quickly that I did a nice yoga practice this morning here in the house, and went for a nice walk about 3.5 miles, and then went for my dipsy doodle in the pool. Yeah, Christmas Eve, what a great gift. Able to still swim in the pool. Love floor. Give me this. I want a little bit of these guys. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Hey-o. All right, thank you. And the pool felt great today. I have to say, not for anything, it's not a heated pool here in my community, and it's it's like 77, 78 today, whatever the temperature is outside, and the pool still feels nice. It's probably in the high 60s. The water, so it's not like warm or anything, but it was really invigorating. I did a nice 20 minutes swimming around and clearing out the chakras. Just clear out your chakras, people. All right. If I can just say one thing important, you got to always do that. I don't think people, truthfully, on a more serious note, in a sense, as serious as we can be here on Operation Status Quo, of course, well, we are serious. It is a serious place of love, joy, togetherness, and bringing people together and sharing positive and insightful insights. But, people never really think about how important it is to detox their body. Everybody's always worried about, oh, I ate this and I ate that and and blah, blah, blah. But, you can put whatever you put in, doesn't really matter. Really, it's about what you get out. So, and you see how much I have to get out. I've already hit the applause like 16 times. I'm sorry. Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? That snow, it's a glistening. Hey-o. All right, so let's just get into it. We're going to have some fun here today. It's Christmas. I hope you guys are having a great time. Obviously, the chat is here. If you're here with me live, I understand you. It's the holiday. You may be a little involved with other things. You may be watching this back at a later time. But either way, please feel free to drop into the comments or a chat or whatever works for you. Just say Merry Christmas. You don't even have to comment on the show. Just say Merry Christmas or something like that. Or maybe click like as a Christmas gift if you appreciate what I do. Just like you give your postal worker a tip in the Christmas, for, hey, I want to thank you for not screwing up too many of my deliveries this year. So, that's what you should do. Really, you should prorate when you tip your postal worker, base it on, listen, I always start with $50, but then back in August, you put this letter in the, I didn't get this one piece of mail that was supposed to come to me. And then we had another incident in October where you put the package, in the wrong box or something, right? So you kind of deduct, you have to prorate it. Oh, my Santa hat fell. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. No. This is Christmas. This is Christmas. This is not going to happen this way. Did you guys see the hat fall while we were doing it and you didn't even tell me? I mean, come on. We got to keep the screw. I'm going to try to keep it like this so it doesn't fall. Again. Let's see here. There we go. That'll stay this time. Come on, you guys. Are you working with me or what? When did the damn thing fall? And now you got to see I was in that my bathing suit there. I'm watching myself walk back. I always forget because I just throw on whatever shorts, Like I went to the pool and then I came back and whatchamacallit, my bathing suit was wet, so I threw on another bathing suit. It's like I never think about what people need to see. Thank God I have pants on at all, really, quite honestly. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I was saying it's Christmas time. I don't like the way the hat is sitting there. You see that? I don't like that. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm really like an ADD maniac. It doesn't look right. It should be standing up more, right? It has to be kind of puffed out and up. It can't just be. Maybe if I do it like this. Why does it keep falling? Now it's going to wind up being a 40-minute show because I'm spending all this time with the hat. How about that? How's that look, guys? Tell me in the comments. I could use your help. I still don't like it. The thing, the white, it's too much white. See how the white is conflicting with this white? It's no good. I got to turn it around and do it this way. Yeah, you can't have too much of the conflict. Right? You got to have a nice color scheme. Why aren't you people helping me, for God's sake? Why am I doing this on my own? You see this? Wasted time and nonsense. And it's still not to my satisfaction, but at this point, I can't look at it. Look at it. It's just not sitting right. But hey, all right, let's not, ladies and gentlemen, let me hold on. Now I have to cleanse the space because we're just getting way out of control. And this is a place of togetherness and love and fun. And I'm putting a lot of pressure on you guys out there, as well as myself, over the placement of the Santa hat when it's only going to be here for this one show. Please. Okay, here. Get it out, get it out, get it out. Get it out. Woo! Yeah, give me the applause. Yeah! Yeah! Let's do a little sound effects real quick. Let's see here. Let's do the cannon. The air raid siren. You see how valuable this show is to society, ladies and gentlemen, for God's sake? All right, stop everything. All right, so today, did I say today is the 24th of December? I don't know if I got that far, but we're going to do some fun Christmas facts today. So today, ladies and gentlemen, if you could indulge me, I don't know what I've done so far, but let's get to something. I'm going to try to get my brain back on track. Today is the 24th. Yes, the 24th, the day before Christmas, the 24th of December in the good year 2025. And today's program is entitled Christmas Be Merry. Yeah, I hope you Christmas be merry. Yeah, hold on, wait. Yeah, I hope you Christmas be merry. Yeah! How about the ambulance? Yeah, that's Christmas, isn't it? That's probably what it feels like to everybody. See what I'm doing right now? This is what it feels like in everybody's house. Not mine, though. Hey-o. Not mine, because I don't participate so much. I didn't buy one gift this year. It's great, isn't it? I don't expect gifts. I don't give gifts. I don't decorate. It's a lot of fun over here. Honestly, it's another day just like any day. I had a beautiful day today, like I said, doing my yoga and my walk and my dipsy doodle. And I'm back here now spending time with you, the beautiful people of the world, whom I love so much. That's why I'm here, and that's why we're together, right? And then after that, I'll go and I'll prepare a nice meal for myself tonight, a Christmas Eve feast, so it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. You see how happy I am, and sometimes people say, "Oh, you're gonna be all alone on Christmas," and I'm like, "Damn right I am, yeah." I don't know why. I wanted to do something with the lawnmower, but hey-o. Damn right I am. It is nice. See how happy I am? People think people are miserable when they're by themselves. You don't realize how happy you could be if you just take the time to be by yourself. All right, here we go. So now this is an updated list from. It's actually I never cite my sources when I do these things. I always just say I found it on the internet, but I want to start citing sources now, so you guys know exactly where this is coming from, so you can find the information yourself if you'd like to. But I just basically Google fun Christmas facts and see what I find. And this actually comes from Good Housekeeping. So Good Housekeeping, and it was updated. It was updated on December 8th of this year. So this is very, very recent. Of 52. Can you imagine if I really did all 52? I would have to just scroll through and just read them real quick. It wouldn't make the show interesting because you never know what's going to pop in my head. We're just going to, because I don't look at this stuff ahead of time. All right, so we just want to see what comes out as we go through. So from Good Housekeeping, we have 52 interesting Christmas facts for a festive trivia night. How many people are playing trivia on Christmas Eve? Some of the people I've talked to already. And I say, they're going here or they're going there. And I go, that sounds nice. You're going to do this or you're going to do that. I said, that sounds nice. And they go, and you're like, oh, yeah, well, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. And now, so back to what I'm saying about, being, it's not even you have to be by yourself, right? But why not seriously just choose the people that you really want to be with, like people you're going to have fun with instead of doing things out of obligation or, because or whatever. I don't know. Hey, to each their own, right? You guys, all right, here we go. 52 Christmas facts, ladies and gentlemen, starting with number 1 on the list. We're not going to do 52. Hopefully not. If not, this might be a 3-hour show. The first artificial Christmas tree was made from dyed goose feathers. Did you know that? I didn't know that. That's the first artificial Christmas tree, which in a way, it's not really artificial because it's made from something real. Like the artificial trees are made of plastics and, God knows what other kind of poisons when you think about it, right? But yes, you read that right. Dyed goose feathers, according to the fact file. Oh, hey, I'm sorry. According to the fact file. That sums it up. Obviously, it's true. Hey-o. They should do that's what the politicians should start doing. Every time they come out, they should say, oh, no, that's in the fact file. Oh, it's the fact file. That should be the term for anything. Anytime you say something and you get questioned, no, I found this in the fact file. Oh, the fact file, right? It's like the Guinness Book of World Records. But anyway, according to the fact file, the oldest artificial Christmas tree dates back to the early 1800s in Germany and was made from dyed goose feathers attached to wires. Unfortunately, these have been phased out. It says unfortunately. It's like, well, anyway, these have been phased out in today's society. However, artificial Christmas trees they do still exist and are made from materials such as PVC. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. PVC and I don't know, whatever. It probably got like formaldehyde in them and everything else that's bad for you. But yeah, it does say unfortunately. Well, I was laughing at the unfortunately part because I felt like bad for the goose, but I guess if the goose is going to be gone anyway, you might as well put the rest of the goose to use, right? I'm kind of making a nice rhyme there. If the goose has got to go, put the rest of the goose to use. Ayo! I've been watching, by the way, the Johnny Carson. I like watching Johnny Carson on, I guess it's on Antenna TV, or I always get them confused, Antenna TV or Me TV, whatever one comes on at 11 o'clock. And the past week or so has been great because they've been doing all the Christmas shows, obviously, and they're like when Johnny Carson used to go with Ed McMahon, and they used to look at the different products that were coming out this year, and Johnny would show the products and stuff. Anyway, it's been fun and nostalgic. I mean, they're talking about Cabbage Patch dolls and stuff, like how big they were. That was like the big gift in one of the episodes. I'm like, damn, like it seems like I was like, I was but the young lad at the time. Who knew that I would be here today to annoy you so readily? All right, let's see here. Number 2 of 52. Oh my God. How long is this going to take? More than 3 billion Christmas cards are sent each year in the United States. 3 billion Christmas cards. What a waste, right? What a waste of money and time sending Christmas cards. And nowadays, you can just send. I was never big on the cards. I just don't. I mean that in a harsh way. I just feel the cards in general, birthday cards, all the cards, Valentine's Day, whatever BS, Mother's Day, crap, bullshit cards. You're wasting your money. You have to spend $5 or something. Just say. And even back then, God knows how much they are now today. Whatever. The ones that play little music in them and stuff, they're probably like $15. Who the frig knows? I haven't shopped for any of that stuff in a long time, so I don't even know. But $5, say, just you get a card that just says, hey mom, I love you. If I really meant it, I would be there instead of sending you this card. I know that doesn't rhyme, but that's basically what it means. Anyway, so 3 billion Christmas cards. Can you imagine how much money these Christmas cards companies are making? 3 billion Christmas cards. Number 3, the largest floating Christmas tree is in Brazil. Now, I find this amusing. The largest floating Christmas tree is in Brazil. As if like floating Christmas trees are, so prevalent that we have to identify which is the largest in the world. like who's ever thinking of floating Christmas trees? It's such an amazing, it's such a common thing that we have to try to see which ones are the most important ones. But if you ever find yourself in Rio de Janeiro for the holidays, then you'll likely come across the largest floating Christmas tree in the world. This tree stands at 278 feet and is located at, I'm not going to say the beach name, right? It's some beach. Let's see if I can pronounce it. Botafogo Beach. I think that's probably how you pronounce it. Possibly. I don't know. Let's see. White Christmas is the best-selling Christmas song of all time. I have heard that fact before, and I am dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. Back in the 80s, a white Christmas was like if you had a big bag of cocaine. This comes from the fact file too, is another one. According to the fact file, Bing Crosby's White Christmas is the best-selling Christmas song of all time. It sold more than 50 million copies worldwide. So White Christmas, I don't know. I mean, they're all good songs, but I'm just laughing there. That's the fact file. We're back to the fact file. Do they all say the fact file? I don't know. Let's see. The Rubik's Cube was the best-selling Christmas toy in 1980. I had one of those. I'm not patient enough to try to figure that out. You just keep spinning it around, and then you get this one over here, and you start to get one side, and you move it over there. Then you got the people who are just like Rain Man. They just get to go, yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm definitely going to do the Rubik's Cube. Think, and it's done, just like that. So it's just like, all right. That was 1980. Were you there in 1980? Let's see. The first Christmas postage stamp was released in 1962. Thank God. This is according to the United States Postal Service, not according. It should say according to the United States Postal Service in accordance with the fact file. The first Christmas stamp in the U.S. featured a wreath, 2 candles, and the phrase Christmas 1962. It initially sold out pretty quickly and then was restocked with about 862 million being sold by the end of the year. So that was the first time the post office decided to get in on the action and say we can make a little money with people too. We're already robbing them by charging to do the mail, right? It's like it's a government entity. Shouldn't your taxes really cover it? I don't know, right? It just should be like a service to the people. Isn't that why government does things like that? But no, you pay anyway, right? And then they say now we're going to charge you for a nice holiday stamp. Okay, let's see here. There are 2 islands named Christmas. Let's see here. Not only is Christmas a major international holiday, but also the name of 2 islands across the globe. Oh my God, what an amazing fact. One is located in the Pacific Ocean and the other in the Indian Ocean. You can actually visit the island located in the Indian Ocean and is a 4-hour flight from Australia, from Perth, Australia. So if you're interested to spend Christmas on Christmas, then maybe you can fly to Australia and then fly to Christmas. And then you can have your Christmas at Christmas, which would be kind of cool, right? Why can't you go to the other one? The other one is in the Pacific Ocean. They don't even really give the Pacific Ocean, I would just say, is, it's might be a little vast. Can you kind of maybe sum it up a little bit? It's like, it's in the Pacific Ocean. Oh, okay, that's a good start. But maybe we can narrow it down by 300,000 square miles, a little bit. Let's see here. Tinsel was invented in 1610 in Germany. The fact that it was even invented, like tinsel was invented, isn't like tinsel something like you made a mistake, like you accidentally shredded something else you were going to use, and then you realize, what am I going to do with all these little strands? Oh, I know, we'll just put them on the tree. And then they have, oh my God, we're back to the fact file. I can't believe it, the fact file. If I knew this, ladies and gentlemen, I would have named this show the fact file. The fact file, that's what it's all about. Yeah. Where's my damn horn? According to the fact file, tinsel was created in Nuremberg, Germany in 1610. At one point in history, it was even made out of real silver. Ooh, that's interesting. See, Matt, if you would have had that, that'd be worth something today. They should make stuff out of, you should keep anything that's real overall. But interesting that they made it out of real silver. But at the same time, Why even make tinsel? And why even know 1610? Isn't like, when did they make tinsel? I don't know. I started seeing it a few years ago. No, we'll just say 1610. Let's see. Christmas trees are grown in all 50 states in the United States. So anywhere you are in the United States, you can go get a Christmas tree. They're grown everywhere. And that, again, is according to the fact file. Now, I'm starting to get a little suspicious of this list. There's 3 names here at the top of this list of the people who updated this list. I said this list was updated by Good Housekeeping on December 8th by Sarah Vincent. 2 people. Sarah Vincent and Liz Schumer both did this list, and got 2 people working on it, and we only have one source here. I mean, we had the USPS; they did get the United States Postal Service for that one, but everything else has been according to the fact file. So it's almost like it's like me going to this list, right, and saying these are Christmas facts. They went to another list and are just taking that information and made their own list out of a list that already exists. I mean, the fact file already has all the facts. Why not just say, see the fact file? Why are we going through all the effort of putting these together on Good Housekeeping? It's like a whole extra step, right? It's always a middleman. That messes everything up for everybody. Let's see here. Fruits were the first ornaments for trees in the late 17th century. People used fruits like apples, pears, and oranges to decorate Christmas trees. In fact, edible ornaments were so popular that many began to call Christmas trees sugar trees. Ooh, sugar. Really should call them a fruit tree. If you're putting fruits on it, you don't call them sugar trees because, you don't want to, you're not isolating the sugar. See, fruit gets a bad rap because they say it's sugar. You shouldn't eat fruit, but these are good sugars. Like, there's a difference between a food that's a real food and then like a candy cane. By the way, candy canes are shaped like shepherd's hooks. That's the fact here. Also, that is not according to the fact file. But in 1670, a German choir master asked a local confectioner to shape the candy into its traditional form, resembling a shepherd's hook. In the Christmas story, shepherds traveled far and wide, blah blah blah, to visit Jesus. Blah 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 blah, all that stuff. But that's why the candy cane has that shape. It's to remind you of the shepherds that were seeking out Jesus. They just wanted to get in early on something good. The shepherds, right? They're like, oh, this kid Jesus is going to be born. And they say it's God. I don't know. Maybe we should show up and bring something. What do you got? I don't know. I got some frankincense. Oh, that sounds great. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's see here. Oh, well, how about this? If you have a spider web in your Christmas tree, it is considered to be good luck. So take a look before you go to bed tonight and see if you have any spiders. Then you'll know you'll be having a nice day for Christmas. And at the very least, for next year not to dust anywhere near your Christmas tree. Don't clean anything by your Christmas tree, and see if possibly a spider will show up. Let's see here. Christmas trees take many years to reach a sellable height. The average Christmas tree is 6 to 7 feet tall, but it could take as many as 15 years to reach that height. So do you think the Christmas trees are sitting there? Because I always look at the Christmas trees. It's the same as the cattle. They grow all these trees and they chop them all down, and then people just take them in their house and they use them for their little fun convenience, and then just throw them out and they're dead and they're wasted, right? It's the same thing cattle. You get all these cattle lined up, and they just take them to the slaughter so we can just overfeed ourselves. And the same thing with the trees. They just take the trees to the slaughter. Life is life, right, people? Life is life. So we should be a little more respectful of the Christmas trees too. It should be done in a way where you can replant it or do something with it. No, they just cut it. That's it. That's it, and it's going to suck up some water for a couple weeks, and then it's in the trash. I know sometimes I guess you can give them to I don't know, zoos and farms and stuff. Some of the animals eat them, right? I know people do that with the pumpkins too. Let's see here. Oh, we got a little jumpy here on the with the internet. Okay, here we go. Alabama was the first state to recognize Christmas. In 1836, Alabama became the first state to recognize Christmas as a state holiday, with Arkansas and Louisiana following suit. But it wasn't until 1870 that President Grant declared Christmas a national holiday. So imagine, excuse me, we're living back in those days. Couldn't even get the day off. It's like Christmas. I don't know what you're talking about. It doesn't even exist. We just made that up. Anyway, the first Christmas card was sent in 1843. I don't know how they determined that either. I mean, somebody could have sent a Christmas card prior, but they say the first Christmas card. I mean, when did they say Christmas? It was 1836. Christmas was in Alabama. So you're going to tell me it took until 1843 for a first Christmas card to be sent anywhere, when in 1836 1846, Alabama was the first state to recognize Christmas. I think there would be a big celebration for that in and of itself. The first Christmas card was created and sent by Sir Henry Cole, an English politician. The 3-paneled card was embossed with the message, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and it was later printed and sold off. And it was later printed and sold as the idea of Christmas cards took off, blah, 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 blah. So 1843 was the first Christmas card, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. Let's find a few more because we're getting up to our time. We're not going to, how long can I drag this out for you? Japan's favorite holiday meal is fried chicken. So Japan, they love going to KFC on Christmas. While many of us associate holiday dinners with thoughts of ham and turkey, the Japanese are all about Kentucky Fried Chicken. In 1974, KFC aired a popular Kentucky for Christmas ad, which started the tradition. See, they took it, they which started the tradition. It's not like a tradition. It's like a program, right? They ran an ad campaign to hook you in, and now it becomes like a fun thing on Christmas to go to KFC and eat Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's like shit, man. It's like the Japanese people, they eat pretty good. They're healthier people than Americans, especially on a holiday. How can we really F them up? Oh, let's bring KFC over there, and we'll make a big deal out about Christmas, and we'll give them a big bucket of Christmas chicken, and it'll be we'll promote just like they do with Coca-Cola, right? And they promote it as this beautiful, everybody's together sharing a soda, family product. There's Santa, on the can and everything else, and they promote it so beautiful and loving. And then you're drinking high fructose corn syrup, and you're dead by the age of 60 with diabetes. You can't feel your toes, your foot's getting cut off, right? You got zits everywhere, drinking your Coca-Cola. Hey-o. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of I don't want to say capitalism, but just business in general. It's all of it. It's all of it. Let's see. Fruitcake can last a lifetime. Fruitcake, you either love it or hate it. I am not a fruitcake person, but did you know that it can be, if stored properly, it can last for years and sometimes indefinitely. The oldest fruitcake was 114 years old and had been passed down from generation to generation. That's very economical as far as giving a gift, right? Imagine you just keep, swapping the fruitcake around every year. It's like the same fruitcake, 114-year-old fruitcake. Which good to this is good to know too, because cockroaches can survive anything as well. So with the fruitcake lasting and cockroaches always being able to survive, at least we know the cockroaches will be able to have something to eat, because all the fruitcakes that are left behind will leave a substantial meal for them for many years to come. So all right, let's see if we can find out one more here. We'll wrap it up. Let's see. We'll do a couple more. Home Alone is the highest grossing holiday movie of all time. I really like Home Alone. The first, even the second one wasn't too bad. I mean, it's a little bit with the woman in the park and everything, but it's not too bad overall. It's still fun, kind of, it's not really the same thing as the first one, but anyway, Christmas wasn't always on December 25th. That's what they say. Although Christmas celebrates the birth of Christ. Sorry, let's stop you there. Where's the fact file? I don't see the fact file because Christ wasn't born on December 25th. But anyway, it doesn't actually mention December 25th anywhere in the Bible. In fact, some historians think that Jesus was born in the spring. Yeah, exactly. I believe, he could have been born in September too, but I do hear a lot about April. But, that's a discussion for another time. Either way, it wasn't on the 25th, but Christmas, it wasn't until 336 AD that they started celebrating on the 25th. I know they did that to kind of coincide with other Roman holidays and such. They kind of just took the birth of Jesus and mixed it in, with their own rituals they already had going on, and then turned it into, this whole thing about the birth of Jesus and Christmas and, Christianity and the lies that continue for, generations to come. But hey, whatever people like out there. Let's see. Let's try to find here. Let's see if we can find something good to end with. I should have looked at least to find which one I was going to end. I got to try to leave it on a good note. Let's see. Here's one that talks, says, "Is Coca-Cola played a part in Santa's image?" Yeah, no kidding. Let's see. Let's see. This is probably not interesting for me to be looking. I should at least read each one while I'm going by. Come on, I'm going to pick one more. Come on. Give me one. Give me one that's good. Now, I said that before. Let's see here. All right, let's finish this one. Let's finish with this. Astronauts broadcast jingle bells from space. 9 days before Christmas in 1965, astronauts Wally Schirra, I don't know, and Tom Stafford aboard the Gemini 6 told Mission Control that they saw an unidentified flying object about to enter Earth's atmosphere, traveling in the polar orbit from north to south. Just as things got tense, they interrupted the broadcast with jingle bells as Wally played a small harmonica accompanied by Tom shaking a handful of small sleigh bells. So there you go. They were up in space. They thought they saw Santa coming in, and then they play, well, they say they were up in space. You know, that's a whole nother story. We don't have to get conspiratorial here, do we? Silent Night is the most recorded song ever. All right, so White Christmas was the best one, most selling one, but Silent Night is the most recorded one. So celebrating Christmas used to be illegal from 1659 to 1681. Anyone caught making merry in the colonies would face a fine for celebrating. Oh my goodness! The Massachusetts Bay Colony created the penalty for keeping Christmas. It was thought that such festivals were surreptitiously kept. No, we're superstitiously. I just like my brain just stopped. It was thought that such festivals as were superstitiously kept in other countries and were a great dishonor of God. And it's interesting that they're saying that, though, because that's what I'm talking about, like how the Romans and all took that and mixed everything in with their other rituals and stuff. And, you know, Christmas is really, it's a shame, people. It's really not what we all think it is anyway. But let's leave it on a positive note. Here we go. We'll end it on a positive. This is definitely the last one. Definitely the last one. It's number 36 on the list. So you can go back and get all the ones that we missed. Christmas decorating sends nearly 15,000 people to the ER every year. Yeah. That makes sense. It really does. You get your usual schleps that decide they're going to go do something special one day, and they're up on the roof, and next thing you know, they're in the ER. Hey-o. I'm not even going to read it, but that's what we got for you here. Merry Christmas. Yeah. Merry Christmas. It's a Merry Christmas. We'll have a Merry Christmas. You'll have a Merry Christmas. Hey-o. That's what I got for you here today on Operation Status Quo, ladies and gentlemen. For real, I do hope you enjoy your holiday. Have a great time. Your friends, your family, if you're by yourself, whatever you're doing, just enjoy the moment. Every moment is the present moment, and you make that moment whatever it becomes to be. It's going to be what you decide to make it. So try to make it a good one best you can, even if you got stuff going on. I mean, you know, the holidays kind of weigh on people sometimes because they pump all this cheer and bullshit in your face, and, you know, people got shit going on, right? So, you know, life still keeps happening even though it's Christmas. But enjoy it either way. That's what we do here on Operation Status Quo. I'll be back with you next week, or it'll be New Year's Eve, and I'll be here, and maybe we'll do New Year's Eve facts, okay? Because like during this time, it's fun to do that type of stuff here on the show. And anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with me today on Operation Status Quo, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't done so already, please take the time to like, subscribe, share. Send this out to your friends, your family, those you love, and, of course, those you despise as well. I love each and every one of you out there individually as well as a group. God bless you. Don't forget to check out the website, pete.palma.com. The Happy Day album, it's still out there streaming. Wherever you stream your music, feel free to give it a listen if it so resonates with you to do so. And check me out on the socials, and check out my shorts section here on the this channel, because a lot of fun videos there. And other than that, I love you guys out there. I really do, and I wish you all the best. And until next time, you know the deal. Operation Status Quo disengaged. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.